get it if I want it. Gotta make to myself a promise. I won't quit, keep going till I got it. I won't give up till I'm on top.
Yo, no, I ain't the type to give up. If I do something, man, I do it till I get what I want. I turn a business out of nothing into something I love. I got a poker face, but honestly, I'm not one to bluff.
Hello everybody, Ronald Ray here, your boy with a cornbread accent, welcoming you to this week's WWE Smackdown review show. This week's Smackdown takes place in New Orleans, Louisiana. Got a new number one contender for the United States Championship. Another match set up for SummerSlam. Excuse me, had a brain fart there. A few things to get to. Some more shenanigans, I guess, with some more shenanigans with the Jey Uso Roman Reigns feud. So, a few things to get into this week. Before we get into it, would you be a champ and click on that subscribe button? Also, feel free to leave a comment on what you think about this week's SmackDown. Also, click the like notification bell so you know new episodes have popped up of any of my little YouTube shows on my channel. Other than that, let me say a few more times and go for no reason, and let's get right to it and let her rip. Alright, like every other show, it's promo time. Jay comes out and reminds everybody that he's in your city. Out comes Roman Reigns, and of course he's got the 30-minute, long walk to the ring, kind of like the Undertaker as far as time-wise, of course. Once he hits the ring, he tells people to acknowledge him, and he reminds Jay that he's a tribal chief. This is his show. Asks Jay if he thinks he's a tribal chief. Jay responds saying no, he didn't really want none of this. He was the right-hand man. He had Roman Reigns back because that's what family does until, Roman tore it all apart. Then, of course, Roman blames Jay and says Jay can't beat him. Jay reminds Roman Reigns that he's already done it once. They get, a little face-to-face. No blows are thrown yet. And Jey Uso kind of just walks out to the ring. So little. All right, first match of the night is the finals of the United States Invitational Tournament. Rey Mysterio Jr. against Santos Escobar, two members of the LWO. They do a nice little handshake, some pretty good mat work. Santos worked on Mysterio's leg a little bit. Nice another exchange of moves. Apparently, Rey got in his feels a little bit by the thigh slap kick to his leg. So he slaps Santos. Santos slaps him back. Say, hey, look, you might be a leader, but I ain't taking no crap off of you. Rey Mysterio with a drop kick to the knees. Santos crawls out, then Rey hits a senton dive. Commercial break. Come back, some more back and forth. Rey missed a baseball slide splash to the floor. Santos answers back with a suicide dive, and come to find out this was, as we all seen, this was going to be the end of the match. For one reason, it wasn't planned out this way. This was Rey Mysterio being legitimately hurt. Seems like maybe, hopefully, hate to say hopefully, any kind of concussion, but if you don't have a concussion, hopefully it's a bottled one. But yeah, this is where the match stopped. Referee said Rey's not able to continue, so Santos is your new number one contender for the United States Championship match. And I forgot what they said. Was it next week? Basically, this thing gonna be on SummerSlam. But yeah, they kind of got up, showed some respect. Like I said, when I went on Twitter about it. Yes, I have a Twitter, And as soon as I remember, I'll let y'all know at the end of the show what it is. But I actually was playing on Twitter last night, and I said something about, this is kind of your a safe way out of the match. Have an injury. That way you gotta be like, oh, is he going to turn on him, or one of them going to cheat? And if one wins, there's going to be a little bit of heat there. I figured, when I first seen it, of course, like probably most wrestling fans are probably like, you know what, this is probably the nice, safe way to end the match. Agree to disagree. But as we know now from what I'm reading, I think they say it might be legitimate concussion. So hopefully Rey Mysterio, gets a speedy recovery. Like I said, Santos, again, my only complaints about him is that selling and in-ring timing. He just needs to work on that a little bit more. And next match of the night is Ashante the Adonis versus L.A. Knight. Yeah. It like I said, it's catchy, folks. People are digging it. Kind of a short match here. Adonis attacked Knight from the get-go. Almost got the near fall when Top Dollar snuck in a cheap shot. Knight would get his wits about him. Hits a blunt force trauma that looked more like a stunner than his usual blunt force trauma move. But either way, it gets the win for L.A. Knight. And yes, this definitely pleases the crowd. Later on, there was in the show, it was announced that there was going to be a battle royal for the number one contendership. I think at SummerSlam too, or whenever. So of course, there's Adam Pearce. LA Knight gets back there, and he says, hey, he needs to be in that match. Here comes the Valiant Brutes. Sheamus kind of calls him Mr. Catchphrase. So there's a little bit of a pretty entertaining, back and forth there. Then LA Knight's like, hey, is Mr. Marblemouth going to challenge me for a match or whatever? And Sheamus was like, yeah. So like I said, that part was kind of entertaining. Alright, the next match is Charlotte Flair and Bianca Belair going against the WWE Ladies Tag Team Champions Chelsea Green and Sonya Deville. This was set up by a backstage promo. Bianca was talking, Chelsea and Sonya come in, a little bit of friction there, almost set up for almost a 2-on-1 handicap. Then Charlotte Flair comes in and say, no, let's just make it even, because I gotta make sure my opponent at SummerSlam, or one of my opponents at SummerSlam, is nice and healthy. Not in those words, but pretty much the same thing. Of course, Bianca does not want anything to do with that. But before she can really give her opinion, Charlotte just runs off to talk to Adam Pearce, which, by the way, does a great job, I think, as the matchmaker, authority figure, wherever he's supposed to be. Anyway, before I get too deep in this match and this little segment, I want to say, after watching Britt Baker and Taya Valkyrie match from AEW last week, and of course, Britt Baker is supposed to be basically the AEW answer to Charlotte Flair. I really want to say that after that match, I will quit giving Bianca Belair such a hard time. I won't knock her too bad anymore. Or okay, at least for a while. I won't say anymore. At least for a while, I'll give Bianca Belair a break. because after that match, I hate to talk about another show while I'm talking about WWE, but yeah, watching that match made me almost want a Bianca Belair versus Piper Niven match. Yes, them two will probably put on a better match than them two. I know they could. Because whatever might not, Bianca looks good. She's athletic. Her kind of depends on her. It goes from just above mid to pretty good, to where most AEW women's matches go from mid and tempers off. So sorry, I just went on a tangent there. I just think Bianca Belair stuff is kind of cringe, especially the babyface thing. I really do want to see her whip somebody with her hair like she used to do. But, like I said, I'm going to give Bianca Belair a break. At least for a while. Especially after that match. Anyway, back to our regular scheduled program. Yes. Bianca Belair and Charlotte had the match going their way in the beginning. DeVille would hit Belair with a big boot. They get the heat on Bianca. She almost does a pretty good Ricky Morton style hot tag to Charlotte, but she got cut off a little bit. But she countered a double suplex, wound up getting Charlotte, getting the tag to Charlotte. She's coming in, clearing house, chopping people, and one of those chops, I think, caught Belair right in the nipple region. There, I said it. I'm pretty sure that did not feel good at all. But still, this is a good match. Bianca gets tagged back in. She's putting a whooping on the champs. Goes for the KOD. Flair tags herself in. It's a big kick on, or the big boot on Chelsea while she's on Bianca's shoulders. Bianca doesn't like this one bit. Charlotte Flair, being Charlotte Flair, say, hey, move along now, get out, in her own, subtle way. Then goes recover, 1, 2, 3. The team of Charlotte and Bianca Belair win the match. Like I said, Bianca wasn't happy about it. Charlotte Flair kind of being cocky, said, hey, we won the match, who cares? The only thing that matters is I won the match. I got the pin. One of those type deals, so. Alright, next up is Karrion Kross versus Carl Anderson. Is it just me, or is it the last time people care about Karrion Kross? I might have asked this question before. If I did, I apologize. Just give me your opinion on the comments. It's all good, but it seems to me anyway, the last time anybody cared about Karrion Kross is when the internet wrestling community was saying Vince is killing his career by making him wear an outfit. I will have it, this outfit right here pictured. Yeah. Seems like nobody kind of cares for him now. Anyway, Carl Anderson kind of jumps on him, then Kross gets the advantage. Scarlett interferes a little bit. Kross puts it away with a cross hammer. After the match, he puts the cross jacket sleeper on Carl Anderson. AJ Styles runs out to make the save. Of course, Kross runs out. It is what it is. Quick, short match. And just looked like the crowd was kind of sitting on their hands on this match. So, but hopefully AJ can do what I guess he's trying to get him. Alright, main event time, which means it's main event Jey Uso time. Yes, it's Jey Uso versus Grayson Waller. He kind of wrote his mouth and attitude, kind of wrote a check that his jaw couldn't take. Well, at least it didn't get broken. Anyway, there's a little backstage segment. Grayson Waller said, "Hey, let me give you the Waller effect. Go on my show, because between me and you, I know you're gonna lose that match with Roman Reigns." And Jay kind of laughed it off and gave him a right uppercut. So Grayson won this match, and now he's got it. Unfortunately, you know, because it kind of started off as this little filling out process, but the dude forgot rule number 2 of wrestling Samoan. Of course, rule number 1 is don't do it. Rule number 2 is don't headbutt Samoan, because you'll feel it before he will, or she will. Again, Jay had the advantage at this point. Till Roman Reigns, his music hit and everything. Roman Reigns, Solo Sikoa with the Wise Man came out, distracted Jey Uso enough for Waller to get his wits about him. Hit him with a Harlem sidekick from Australia. Sorry, it looked like a Booker T's Harlem sidekick, so I'm just going to go with that. Jay makes a comeback attempt, but eats a spine buster. Waller will go for his version of a people's elbow. Misses. Jay hits a Samoan drop. Then, just because Roman Reigns is there, he hits a spear. Uso splash for the win. After the match, you know, he's kind of jaw-jacking with Roman Reigns outside, and Solo comes in, attacks him, about to give him that Samoan spike, but eats a super kick instead. Roman jumps in, but he winds up getting speared by Jey Uso. Unfortunately, the number games will catch up on him. Solo threw him off the top Jey off the top rope. They hit a pair of spear spike combos, lays him out. Show's over with, you know, Roman Reigns, Wise Man, and Solo Sikoa standing tall. Decent show. Wasn't bad. I mean, this show is definitely better than last week. I think it was. Still more storyline build up, more build up towards SummerSlam. I'm pretty sure, you know, next week it'll be the basically, yeah, really the day before the SummerSlam. So I'm pretty sure next week it's going to be, okay, this match time. But basically by the end of next week's SmackDown, we'll definitely have the full card. I guess I wouldn't be surprised if Karrion Kross and AJ Styles is on there somewhere. Maybe they may be just a SmackDown match. Other than that, you know, again, good show. Can't really, like I said, unfortunately, Rey Mysterio did get legitimately his bell rang in that match. Grayson Waller, he seems to have all the tools, and I don't know, the rate he's going, I can almost see him be a mid-card comedy act. I won't say comedy, just maybe one of these guys that might throw stuff at him like they did with Damien Sandow, and he just seems to always made it work. Maybe Grayson's got that ability, but yeah, right now he seems annoying, but it's that kind of annoying that it's not cringe annoying. It's just, yes, I want somebody to punch him as a fan. So definitely, he's definitely doing his job doing that. And that wraps it up for my 2-cent opinion about WWE SmackDown for this week. What's your opinion? Feel free to leave a comment. Also, subscribe.
Here at RP Tube Vision would like to thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Also check out Friends of the